from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now, because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 52 yards. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He'll go with a keeper. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Ravens.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jackson Dart, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 3rd down and 1.
To number 42. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Dart going to look to throw here. That's caught by Tucker. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Dart. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. 2nd down and 8.
2nd down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Caught. It's Wilson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A first catch there for Wilson and a 1st down.
And the Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's another Dolphins.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. He finds Wilson. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 58 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
At their own 33-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Dart from the gun on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
A 40-yard punt given 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Well, the home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. They'll start with the option. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 74 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I'd go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Bobby Wagner with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Throwing, Dart. He'll rifle this one deep right side. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Achane on first and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. It's complete to Robinson. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. Agnew now to return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Here's 3rd and 9.
a gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Now we're behind his man, incomplete.
Intended for Keenan
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On the option right is Jackson.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Throwing his dart.
A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
To throw now, dart.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the give. Now it's dart.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
From the gun, dart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Throwing is Jackson.
Going right back to Wilson.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
It's a gain of 8. And the Dolphins first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Now Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Shaquille Griffin is the one who stuck him for the loss there.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Jackson now.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to the ground, Achane. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jeremy McNichols,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Baltimore, first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Ravens.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Baltimore.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Allen has it left side.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you...
Touchdown! Darren Waller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Up the middle, Achane. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for Baltimore. First down.
They'll go play action here with Dart. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
At the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, it's Achane. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Boye Mafe. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 3rd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll try, and the pressure gets to him again. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Defense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Hampton. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Try to run for it with Hampton. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, the Dolphins offense and receiver Garrett Wilson ready to get going again. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. They'll run. Here's Wilson. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's up to the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a 2nd and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
It's now 3rd.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Butker's kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Dart. Gets this to Waller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. To throw, Dart. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll go. Here's Dart. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Connecting with Hill. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Dart. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
They go play action with Dart. He'll try and do this himself.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Throwing his Dart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down. Dart going to look to throw here. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Dart. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Miami, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it